Like Lady Brienne walked his mangled corpse to the grave, and she said to his corpse, "I'm sorry, I can't trust you. I don't think I know how to do that anymore." Like, dude,
You went hardcore with it.
Dude, that's sad.
You know where I got that show from?
What?
We went to Iowa and visited Kevin.
Dude, Kevin Shane made me do it too. Kevin Shane made me. Yeah.
Well, he put it on, and so we started watching it, and everyone was so hungover.
Dude,
and so we're like,
so good.
Why don't we turn this into a drinking game?
No.
And it was with the king. And so
Robert
anytime he would like
God's
do these,
dead.
You know how he had those mannerisms that he was consistently doing.
God's dead. I was strong then.
He was what did he say? More wine.
More wine.
He would
Lancel Lannister. What kind of name is that?
The blonde hair. He'd make a comment about blonde hair.
Yeah, he said Lancel Lannister.
When
yeah.
Anyone was having sex. Anyone talked about sex.
Rutting like fucking deers.
They talked about killing someone, and we.
Well,
eventually
no, he goes. I remember. He goes, "What was your first time, Kingslayer?" He goes, and not talking about old men through the back. He goes. I killed. He goes. Then Jamie goes to Barristan. He goes, "You killed Simon Toyne with a counter riposte." He goes, "It was the best move I've ever seen." And he goes, "He was a great fighter, Toyne. He lacked stamina." Dude, that's insane. That's great stuff, dude. And then Robert says, "Mine was some idiot, a Tarly boy from Summerhall, came running at me, thought he would end the revolution with a strike of his sword." He goes, "My axe," he said, "Wait." He goes, "Wait." He said, "For what?" He goes, "They all say wait." And he goes, "I buried my axe in his head." They had to bury him with it in the books. Like, dude, it's crazy. Like, dude, it's so good.
I thought he said he put it into his chest.
Or something like that. So I get things mixed up. Oh, that's the guy who takes them to the wall. My bad. Go ahead.
In that part, he goes on a rant about how a boy was begging.
He should have stayed on the edges of the battle like the good boys.
Well, the boy was like begging for me not to crush his chest.
He says, they all say, wait.
But he was going to be a cripple or something like that. He said something about how the boy would have been impotent or something like that, and he wanted to live. Why would you want to live,
bro? In that book, there's a noseless guy who talks like this. He goes, 2 eyes, that's too many. I'll pop one out and make you fucking eat it, dude. And it's so fucked up, bro. Dude, this shit. Dude, Cersei in the book, you get to hear their thoughts, bro. She goes,
even when you just said her, I just thought of the character.
Listen, think of her saying this. She goes, "Robert Baratheon, first of his name, may there never be a second." She goes, "In the dark, I would eat your heirs, your sticky princes off my hand." Talking about a semen, dude. Like, cause she's so nuts, and dude, it's so deep and fucked up. Like, and you're like, whoa, dude. And Theon wakes up. He's like, "I'm Reek. Reek rhymes with sneak." You realize he's been under the Dreadfort for like a year, 2 years, and you want him to eat the rat, and it's disgusting, but you want him to because you're hungry too. Because you're like, "I'm not even joking," and you're like, "Oh, he's got the rat." You're like, "Hide the rat. They're coming." He's like, "Please don't take my rat." He's like, he barely had enough teeth to eat the rat. He was like, it was so rich, it was coming back up.
Is that when he was in that one dude's?
Ramsay found him.
Yeah.
The things Ramsay does, dude, in the books are way worse. Like when they find Jane Poole, he goes, "Tell my lord I'll do anything with the dogs. I'll do it with the dogs." You're gonna go, whoa.
Yeah, I'm good on that, man.
No, but
I understand it's good, but
it's so good. It's the best story ever told. Best story ever told. Because they fucked it up really bad in the show. Nope.
I have heard that.
Euron Greyjoy is the greatest villain ever, and they fucked him up in the dude.
Who was it?
Euron Greyjoy. In the books, he's like one of the scariest people ever.
Oh, the father?
No, Euron Greyjoy is a pirate with one eye. Like, and he comes back and he's like, "There's dragons, and we're gonna go get them, and we're gonna take over the fucking world." Like, dude, and he has Valyrian steel armor. No one has that. He's been to Valyria. Like, dude, he's fucking crazy. He like drinks fucking moon. He trips out. Like, he's crazy. He's planning a blood sacrifice. He's planning a blood sacrifice of thousands of people just to give to the sea.
How many times did you read these books?
I've heard them over 45 times. All 8 of them. I mean, all whatever. The Game of Thrones, a Storm of Swords, a Clash of Kings, Feast for Crows, and Dance of Dragons, which came out in 2010. And we've been waiting 12 years for the Winds of Winter. Please, God, give it to us. But it'll be like Chapter 3, Tyrion. It's like Tyrion walked up the walkway, scared, like, and that's all you'll hear in my life, bro. That's all you'll hear.
The new ones.
That's all you'll hear.
I can probably try to mess with.
No, it's so good. Please, anybody who's listening to this, I know it sounds crazy. It saved my life.
Trust me, I get it.
Weird ways.
Once I can see those characters in my head, I'm not gonna be able to get them out, and it just makes it weird for me.
I was like that too to begin with, and I could listen to Harry Potter now and not do that. Like, but I still do it. Like Harry Potter.
Didn't they just come out with a new one?
Love Harry Potter, dude.
Didn't they just come out with something new? A new book or something like that, or is it a new movie?
Well, dude, they had This guy named Newt Scamander in the Harry Potter histories who wrote the book on like animals. So they just kind of branched off on his story.
there was that guy, but there was something else that just came out.
I think they were going to try to reboot the Harry Potter series.
Hold
but
on.
J.K. Rowling, Joe Rowling is kind of the transgender. People don't like her, but I love her, man. If you could make a story like that, like I just freaked out about A Song of Ice and Fire. Harry Potter's great too.
I thought something just came out.
So,
Harry Potter TV series.
These stories,
on Max.
I know, but and everyone's saying, bro, that they shouldn't redo them, and I'm like, maybe they shouldn't. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
So that's what I'm maybe.
Because Snape was so perfect. You know what I mean? And I don't know.
I like the movies.
The movies are great. The books are better. But
I was a kid when I first
me
saw
too.
them, so it's
no, they grew with us
bias.
though.
Yeah,
right.
Well, so did Toy Story.
But you're true. But I will say with the Harry Potter series, when it gets dark, it gets dark. It takes a dive. It's like, whoa, like some weird shit happens. But A Song of Ice and Fire, you got to be ready for it. It's not for everybody, but it is the greatest story ever told. Ever told. I can't think of anything that's bigger scope. Like anything that say has more history and like things that support it. There's a show called House of the Dragon out right now that's from thousands of years. I mean, 300 years before Daenerys. You know what I mean? When House Targaryen kind of fucked itself. It really fucked itself. Like, you know, like, and should have gotten their shit together and couldn't. You know what I mean? Because somebody wasn't like strong enough on who's going to be the next leader. You know what I mean? Like, I'd like my daughter to do it, but oops, I had a son, but I still want my daughter. But everybody's like, but it's the guy, you know, primogeniture. You know what I mean? Some people are like, it has to be that guy. You know what I mean? Like that's in history. That's real.
The whole thing is they should have made
dragons kill dragons. Yeah.
They should have made the girl.
Dude, I mean, I know, but see, that's what a lot of people thought, and you would have been on that side. But because there are some people that no, the man, blah blah blah. It's Andal custom, like, and that's true too. That's what Christian Cole stood for, the guy in the King's Guard. He convinces the king, like, you should do it. Like, and Rhaenyra's like, no, I should do it. And Dragon hits Dragon in the sky, like, dude, crazy shit happened.
All you got to do is just be like, hey,
crazy
your
story.
First son.
That's when kids start getting killed.
The next, you know what I mean?
You start making betrothals or like promises.
Well, no,
that's how you marry people.
They would have to do that, but to set it back. You know what I mean?
Yes. Absolutely.
Because it was the old
to secure lineages.
Yeah.
And so people, like in the story of Song of Ice and Fire, they borrow from real life. Like they go, he married he was Tyrek Lannister was from another Lannister family. Like 16, he had to marry a girl who was 2 years old, Lady Irmasan. So, and they called him like I don't know. Go ahead.
The way I like to think of Game of Thrones is like it's medieval times. It's not from a previous civilization that we don't know anything about.
Yeah,
because I do believe we're cyclists. I believe we're cyclists.
And White Walkers. Yeah.
In life.
Yeah.
I believe we are a cyclistic species. I believe.
Me too. I believe in cycles
and restarted.
I believe in duality. Everything has duality.
I just believe that we've gotten whacked a couple times.
What?
Like the planet's been fucking
didn't we have great dyings?
I mean, I think the planet's definitely been fucking hit with some shit.
Dude, I think they're
it's the younger Dryas theory. They just don't know exactly how it happened.
Let me look on my Google phone.
I definitely think there's been
the Earth's great dyings.
There's definitely been some extinctions.
I heard something like that.
And I think humans
approximately 251.9 million years ago. The Permian Triassic extinction. Okay.
Well, those are talking about
that's like the event between the Permian and Triassic geology.
I'm talking.
Okay, see, I thought there was like 6 of them, but I'm wrong. My bad.
I'm talking maybe.
My bad. Yeah.
36,000 years back. There's because I just think
dinosaurs.
That,
whoa. But yeah.
That's not dinosaurs. That's 65 million years ago.
But imagine those motherfuckers walking around. You're like, holy shit.
You know what's funny though? I completely. I've never heard anyone else say this. I've always thought that. I don't think a meteor took them out. Cause think about it. When that meteor, if it was so big and it would have to go.
I mean, but bro, think about space and something that big. If it did hit us,
I get it, but to me, it's like. I think
about the metal storm on Jupiter right now that's making that eye. You know what I mean? How violent it is.
My thought is
like
someone was like, "Oh shit, look at this planet."
Yeah,
we gotta take these things out. We can't live with these fucking things.
Some things they don't even feel the speck that they hit. You know what I mean?
Dude fucking said it on Joe Rogan. I was like, "Oh my god, I've never heard someone say that shit."
On Joe Rogan, that's where I hear shit where I'm like, "Whoa."
Well, no, I've always kind of like in the back of my head, like this. I don't know, the meteor thing. We have proof of an impact, but.
Dude, you're right. Whoa. There's way too many proofs of like big collisions. Like, you know, the one in Mexico, Texas, somewhere in the south. Well, it's huge, man. Like, I mean, yeah, there's for sure.
Well, no, and there's the whole younger Dryas theory, I think, is what you're thinking of.
Go ahead.
The younger Dryas theory, there's different hypotheses.
Okay.
How the hypothesis.
Different ways.
About how it happened. Some are solar, mass ejections.
Huh.
Some believe that it was asteroids. Some
Okay.
believe, even in divisions of that it was multiple asteroids. Maybe it was one. Maybe it was
Some think
a
it's
combination of a
Ice
couple
Age. Some
things.
think it's like,
Well, no, because I think there is proof that it did refreeze.
Yeah.
And then go back. So I think.
But think about like Pangea. Sorry to change subjects, but like, right, like how Earth's always been like different. Like, yeah, Pangea, how it was one, like,
And it broke apart because
the
of the way
tectonic,
that
like just all the forming
plates,
and
yeah.
like, like it's insane. Like how we have an inner, like at a core and like a mantle and like all this functioning inside.
Well, back to the
It
moon.
scares
One
me.
of the theories is that
Oh yeah,
it fucking collided and
Oh,
a
they
piece
did.
came off, and that's how the moon formed.
bro. I don't know, but I'm gonna assume like if I think off the top of my head, they did at one time, right?
I don't, dude.
Don't
I
you
think the
think the
moon is.
moon-
I think the moon is artificial.
No, listen. I think
I
no.
truly
You
do
just made
believe
me think
it.
about it. I think the moon initially hit the Earth, bounced back, and stayed there in its gravity. You know what I mean? I think maybe.
Dude,
I don't know.
I think
Maybe.
I think that
Scientists says.
well, dude. The whole thing of it is, it's like, how come things hit it that are different sizes, but it only goes so deep? Like there's a layer that is
because
so
maybe some of them are
strong.
hollow and heavier. Maybe some of them have different metals. Maybe some of them are.
Well, you can
hot.
tell that these things are different because they're
Break up in
the
the-
circumference of the impact is larger.
Mhm. But then, what if the circumference is so big that we're just a fleck on its skin, and
But,
it's
like,
running through space? Like,
You would think the depth.
That's how big it is.
The depth should run
well,
congruent with the freaking width.
yeah.
It-
But
to
what
a-
if
to
I'm
a
saying
degree.
it's so big that it just literally our molecules are blasted apart?
And then we have the whole thing with the Apollo missions. The
Oh,
Apollo missions.
Which
The one when they jettisoned the lander, it hit the moon
Did they?
and it
They
reverberated.
jettisoned the lander?
Yeah.
Well, they threw it away.
They and it hit and the moon had reverberated. So on Apollo, the next
Had
one,
sound?
they actually
Oh.
put seismic things on it and
To-
crashed something. Or they put
Yeah,
they did something
They
to kind
tested
of
that
repeat
bitch out.
it. And people like to say, "Oh, it rang like a bell," but that's not the truth.
Yeah.
It just the seismic things took reverberation,
So
but they
is
didn't.
it hollow?
They didn't dissipate in the way that they do
Ah.
when they see them recorded on Earth, because
Okay.
Earth has inner parts to it.
Yeah.
So what that maybe suggests is that it's either like honeycombed or there's just something to it
Just
to
a
where,
different makeup.
and I think there's different gravities
There's
as
definitely
well
different
around
formats.
the moon,
Mhm.
which tells that there's different
Ah.
large masses of things. Like I think when one of the
What?
satellites went around it, it actually dips. And
Huh.
it's because the gravity is actually stronger in that one area, which would mean that there would have to be some type of large mass to actually cause that gravity to be there.
Okay, like displace it. Like
Yeah.
when
Well,
you get a tub, the water that comes out, like kind of like that. Like yeah.
So
I'm not good at this shit.
I
but
don't understand. Dude, I'm very
no, but I like to
displaced
explore it.
from the knowledge of understanding.
Me
it.
neither. Oh.
I'm regurgitating a lot.
No,
of
I know,
this.
but you know your stuff. I mean, what you know.
I'm regurgitating
You're-
this from things that I've watched, and
Yeah.
and so the whole thing of it is if there's not something huge, it just doesn't make sense. The mass would have to increase in that area for it to dip like that. Because I
Mhm.
think there's something.
No, I know exactly what
The
you're
larger
saying.
the mass,
I know
is, the
exactly
more
what you're saying.
gravity it
Okay.
will essentially have to it.
Absolutely.
I sound like a fucking idiot.
No,
right
you
now
don't. No,
'cause
you don't. Because you're trying to like
I'm
you're trying
try-
to stress like
Well, no,
the
I'm
meaning of what like you're saying. You know what I
I'm
mean?
trying to explain it, and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Well,
That's
no, but
why.
you're waiting to make sure like yeah that makes enough sense. Like no definitely dude like absolutely. And by the way, dude, get back to let's look at the misery clip. Let's go to the beginning there. And because I want to go back to why Stephen King was so amazing, man.
I want to get back to your music stuff.
Oh yeah, that too.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, Newton's law of universal gravitation. Newton's law of universal gravitation easily stated that every particle attracts every other particle in the universe with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional, I don't know, to their centers. So I don't know what that means, bro. That
What
literally
it's saying
means
is the
nothing
larger.
to me.
So right here,
I don't even know what I said.
the particle in the universe with a
It's
force
equals.
which is directly proportional
I scratch
to
your
the
back.
product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers.
Is it like I scratch your back, you scratch mine, kind of?
So the distance between the centers of the two objects.
Oh, is it like geometry? Like
You
like
have to get the two
like
distances.
cutting
You
the
square
distance.
them, and then it is the inverse
double the okay.
of those two,
flip 'em,
and that's how you get
square
the
'em, flip 'em.
mass. So
Like geometry. Like when you add the sides of something together and like to get the I don't know what the fuck. Who knows?
It's the mass and the inverse proportion of the squares of the distance between the centers. So it's giving the equation of how to get gravity. But what that means is that the mass has a direct effect on gravity. So you would need a larger mass. And I think I was explaining it correctly.
Yes,
I wasn't confident in the answer.
No, you were. But mass definitely. Oh yeah.
So what's that saying is if that probe or whatever the fuck it was, satellite, dipped like that, what the hell is that in there that's causing that?
I see. There's a reason that it's changing. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And then,
sure. I don't know.
Why has it taken us till 2022 or 2023 to land on the dark side of the moon?
Oh.
India just did it not that long ago.
Saying.
What, like 6 months ago or something like that?
I don't know. That stuff I don't think about because I don't want to freak out. India is the second most populous country. China is the first.
No, they moved past China, I thought.
No way.
I'm pretty sure.
No way. I always thought that was a good fact. India landed on the moon. Now the moon...
August 25th.
The moon's all Gandhi'd out and like there's no crime.
Well, they landed on the dark side of the moon and they're like not saying it. Yeah, it looks like
Pink Floyd's there.
Or something like that.
Dude.
Let's see.
Chandrayaan. I'll see you on the dark side of the moon. Hell yeah, dude. China, I think.
No, I told you. It was India.
Wow.
Yep.
You're right, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a huge change. Our whole lives, remember growing up? It was China?
Dude, China's...
With 1,428,600. With India, wow.
So everyone thought China was crazy because they started...
by a lot, dude.
I'm pretty sure that... Well, no. They started finding companies to become software companies.
Okay.
I think existing ones could keep going, but anything new they would incur fines on.
I see what you're saying. To make sure everything goes...
Well, no, because they wanted to kill the software market.
I know
in China because they were moving their economy to hardware. And everyone, no one understood it, but what they did when America dipped, they moved in and became friends with the people and said, "Hey, let's work together."
This
instead of "Hey, let's not strong arm."
Yes, let's not work together to get next to each other.
Let's work together, and so then they got access
because then we all win
to what's underneath there.
Yes, and we don't need to tell each other exactly.
Well, there's lithium. There's all types of precious metals.
Yes,
in that area, dude.
Bro, but you understand when we acquired the eastern seaboard to the western seaboard of the United States, bought Mexico for all of Texas, all of California, all that shit. We acquired, Alaska, got Hawaii. We acquired so much shit that we're still using, dude, and that we'll always have. We were the luckiest country to acquire. Go ahead. Misery, Kathy Bates started her career. Stephen King is a great person we started this conversation with. For any intellect.
No, you're good.
His symbolism, bro. The guy is a genius.
Sorry, Paul, this is all wrong.
What?
You'll have to do it over again. It's not worthy of you. Throw it all out, except for that part of naming the gravedigger after me. You can leave that in.
I really value your criticism, but maybe we're being a little hasty here.
Paul, what you've written just isn't fair.
Not fair.
That's right. When I was growing up in Bakersfield, my favorite thing in all the world was to go to the movies on Saturday afternoons for the chapter plays.
Cliffhangers.
I know that, Mr. Man. They also call them serials. I'm not stupid, you know. Anyway, my favorite was Rocket Man. And once it was a no-breaks chapter. And the bad guy stuck him in a car on a mountain road and knocked him out and welded the door shut and tore out the brakes and started him to his death. And he woke up and tried to steer and tried to get out, but the car went off a cliff before he could escape. And it crashed and burned, and I was so upset and excited. And the next week, you better believe I was first in line. And they always start with the end of the last week. And there was Rocket Man trying to get out. And here comes the cliff. And just before the car went off the cliff, he jumped free. And all the kids cheered. But I didn't cheer. I stood right up and started shouting, "This isn't what happened last week! Have you all got amnesia? They just cheated us! This isn't fair! He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodie car!"
They always cheated like that in chapter plays.
But not you. Not with my misery. Remember, Ian did ride for Dr. Cleary at the end of the last book, but his horse fell jumping that fence, and Ian broke his shoulder and his ribs and lay all night in the ditch, and he never reached the doctor. So there couldn't have been any experimental blood transfusion that saved her life. Misery was buried in the ground at the end, Paul, so you'll have to start there.
Well, this is the 90s.
80s. I think it was
Well,
80.
the movie
Yeah, okay.
It says 1990, but
Okay, 90 then. Okay.
when is it supposed to be
I was born
placed
that
in?
year. I think 90 then. Okay. I think that day. Dude. This is what starts Kathy Bates' career. Like,
Sorry, Paul, this is all wrong.
look at this.
You'll have to do it over again. It's not worthy of you. Throw it all out.
Fuck that
Except
was-
for that part of naming the gravedigger after me. You can leave that in.
Oh.
Paul, what you've written just isn't fair. That's right.
I get chills.
When I was growing up in Bakersfield, my favorite thing in all the world was to go to the movies on Saturday afternoon.
This fucked up.
Chapter plays. I know that, Mr. Man. They also call them cereals. I'm not stupid, you know.
87 novel, I guess.
Anyway, my favorite was Rocket Man. And once it was a no-brakes chapter. The bad guy stuck him in a car on a mountain road, knocked him out, welded the door shut, tore out the brakes, and started him to his death. He woke up, tried to steer, and tried to get out, but the car went off a cliff before he could escape. And it crashed and burned, and I was so upset and excited. And the next week, you better believe I was first in line. And they always start with the last week. There was Rocket Man trying to get out. Here comes the cliff. Just before the car went off the cliff, he jumped free, and all the kids cheered. But I didn't cheer.
Because there was no continuation.
I stood right up and started shouting, "This isn't what happened last week! Have you all got amnesia? They just cheated us! This isn't fair! He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodie car!"
Dude. Yeah. He's like, look at his eyes. He's like, uh-oh. That's the moment, dude, where he's like, I think I might be in trouble, dude.
They always
Like,
cheated like that.
I always felt like that. He says, whoa.
Not with my misery.
I have such an appreciation for
And the name of
movies
the-
in the 90s and the 80s because the acting is
So good,
much-
because the technology's not there. Exactly. But Misery is the character's name in the book that he's writing. So, I mean, it's all Misery. Like, so I like that it's just a movie clip, but yeah, see, like, see, Stephen King, everything means something. It's all great. Like, I love Misery.
So when is the book actually like taking? So like, when's the time in the book?
The book, I'm not sure when Misery takes place, but it's about, but the lady who loves the book, like as much as I love.
Is he just writing on a typewriter because that's what he wants to write on?
No,
or-
yeah, that's what she knows that's what he writes on. Believe me,
Well,
he gets in a
what's
car
the-
crash, where he likes.
What
to
kind
go,
of cars are they driving? Are they driving cars?
They're
from-
driving. It's like late '80s, I believe. It's like '88 in the movie, I believe. They're trying to like portray, I would say, but maybe '90. But they, you know,
Well, it was in '90s, so that they can portray.
yeah,
past
but
that.
but like a classic '90, like I don't know, like it's weird. But like it's such a bad snowstorm, and writers like to go weird places. It's true. Like that's and then he like got in a storm, crashed. She saved him. Says the phones are down. I'm saving your life. He's like, oh my god, my legs are broken. She's like, don't worry. I used to be a nurse. Like he eventually finds out. Spoiler alert. He eventually finds out like she was a nurse and she killed all the babies that she would watch, like because she would get bored and like depressed. And like her name was Annie Wilkes. She was insane. And like, dude,
I'm a little upset. You just ruined it for me.
oh,
but-
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
I won't ruin you.
No,
I'll
I don't give
say,
a fuck,
no,
bro.
it's
At
such
this
an
point-
American
at this
classic,
point-
dude. They come to a battle, dude, where like, bro, it's
I
either,
can already predict how
it
it
gets to a
happens.
point to where like either make or break. She keeps him insensate. Take your pills. Take your pills. I mean, there's a huge part in it it's famous for.
And I ruin movies for myself.
I
always
gotta
figure it
ruin
out
this
before
part.
the end.
There's a really famous part in it. It's known for is where his legs are finally almost healed, and she rehobbles him. She puts it's called hobbling. She's like, this is called hobbling. She tells like the history of it. Puts the block in between his legs. Crack, dude. It's like, oh, dude, his legs get bent like that way, dude. Like, and you're like, oh.
So before next time, before you come back next time,
oh yeah, dude.
I'm gonna definitely have to watch.
Dude, you got it, bro.
You got to send me a couple.
You absolutely, bro. Like, dude, that's a classic, an American classic that everybody has to see. Like, so is Apocalypse Now. Everybody should see that.
No,
Apocalypse Now.
I've seen that.
Everyone should see it. It's based off the 1899 story of Heart of Darkness, which is a story about going down the Congo River. Francis Ford Coppola, directed it. I think is the movie that has the most film, like millions of reels of film, and they had to like edit it for years. Like,
oh really?
So Francis Ford Coppola ran with like George Lucas and like Steven Spielberg. You know what I mean? And like I don't know if Kubrick, but so they're all trying to impress each other. I mean, what it does, bro, it shows you. Okay, the further Sheen goes down the river, the further into the brain you're going, and it gets crazier and crazier and crazier until you arrive at Colonel Kurtz, who decided to go play God in the forest. And it's
I don't ruin this room.
I won't, dude. And it gives me chills, dude. Gives me chills, dude, when he gets there, dude. Oh, fuck.
So I remember why I brought up my dog. It's because what I decided to do with it, instead of sitting there and just bawling my eyes out when I got home and being sad.
What did you do?
I was just thinking of him. I literally did some yoga.
Yeah.
And then went to the gym.
Downward dog, you skipped? I'm kidding. No, but yeah.
No, and the whole thing of it is it's just take it and refocus that energy. And so like before, while I was at home doing the yoga, I was talking to my daughter and I was like, hey, come do it with me. Trying to get her to take her because she was sad. She was feeling emotional.
I was gonna ask you how'd your kids put up with
that. She definitely was. She was emotional about it.
I mean, you got to explain to them, what happened.
She knows.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, right? I don't have
We
kids.
had 3 dogs, and unfortunately,
they know.
Yeah, Kilo was the last of them, and she went through it twice.
I'm so sorry, dude. Dogs. That's a tough loss.
It's hard too, because the one was his daughter, and we purposely kept her so we would always have a part of him.
I know.
And he outlasted her.
I mean, I don't know, but I know one you're telling me now. Okay.
It was rough. But that the whole point of that was you can take things and use them for energy in different ways.
Oh, absolutely.
And,
or cut off a piece to save it and make it again.
Well, it's kind of like it just made me, I don't know. It popped back in my head. So, but,
and at the same time, I don't, because I'm not a dog guy who's had a bunch of dogs.
I mean, dude, me and Kilo, it was a whole different connection because
I had a huge connection with Storm.
I was actually kicked out of my parents' house because of him.
Really?
And so that's what led me to my children.
Whoa.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have been put out because of him,
which
it wasn't like, you gotta get the hell out.
I guess dog backwards is God. No, but yeah.
My dad literally was pulling out of the driveway and I was walking up, and he's like, "Hey, Faith just gave her dog. We're not trying to have another one in the house."
No. He's like, "No."
And I was like, so I got to move out. He's like, "If you want to keep the dog," I was like, "You'll pay for my phone bill."
See ya.
And he's like, "Yeah, I don't see why not." And I was like, "All right."
Oh my God.
Went and started living at freaking Tony's house.
Dude, that's Tony Nelson.
Yeah.
Shout out Tony Nelson. What up, dog? Dude, dude, me and Tony Nelson, dude, I got kicked out of high school in sophomore year. I went to the McKay Center, and Tony Nelson was there. He's like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "What up, dude?" Like, and we would just fucking chill, dude. What's up, Tony? And it was just pretty funny, dude, because you're in the same room with the same people, like, all day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dude, Anthony Pedigo was hilarious, and he's in there. He's like, "I don't want to do no fucking homework." And I'm like, "You guys, if we do our homework, we'll all get out of here." And they loved me, so I could, like, smoke cigarettes outside and stuff. It was awesome.
You remember Bill Kleizup?
Bill Kleizup is insane. One of my first memories is him spinning the fucking barrel and racking it and pointing it and clicking it. Spinning the barrel, pointing it, and we're all like, "That's not funny." Like, dude, and he's like, "Ha ha, click." Like, dude.
I remember because of you guys.
He's in jail,
you guys told me that story when I think I was a freshman, you guys were sophomore. Me and Jeremy had ditched school. We went and met up with Keegan, and I think you and Mark and someone else were at Ashley Neufeld's. And so
I saw her mom the other day. Yeah.
we ran up on Mark's car, and Jeremy had me bop the hood, and he was unplugging the battery out of his fucking car. And they come out, and Jeremy just books ass, and he didn't say shit to me. And so I'm in the car. They don't fucking know me. And
Oh my god.
they're like, what?
I know what you.
I don't remember who was with him,
One
though.
time-
Maybe Keegan was with Mark. But it was before, like, I actually, like, knew you guys.
Yeah.
Like, and so everything, you know, nothing crazy happened.
No,
but
I
it was,
know.
dude, it was fucking, it was just funny because Jeremy just dipped on me. I was like, man, fuck you, dude. I think the first thing we did actually was go to Whitey's house.
Love Whitey.
Whitey.
Pete Wall, one of my
Um,
best friends.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
say
that
what up to
motherfucker's
him right
real
now.
name. Whitey was fucking a cool dude.
Silent
though.
Pete, what up, Silent Pete? Love you, dude. Fucking know, I haven't talked to you in a while. I love you, dude. Silent Pete, come back, baby. You keep that in there, because I want him to know. I'm texting right now, Pete, because he hasn't talked to me in a while. Because I might not have been the greatest person, you know. You can say a lot of things about me.
We've all had our times, man.
We've all had those times.
I mean, and if you haven't, you probably will. Maybe you won't.
Or probably should. No.
Maybe you won't go as off the wall as we may have.
But why
Or-
not?
In the end, it's all about learning from your experiences. You know, I definitely could have done without some of them,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess, you know, in the end, I say I wouldn't be where I'm at today, but I definitely would without what I was being stupid about.
Yeah.
I mean, with all of life, I do believe. I think, in
Yeah.
most ways, I would have ended up here, not without Kilo though. No, but
Yeah.
So let's hurry up, finish your text
I'm saying happy New Year's. I'm listening too.
because I want to talk more about your band stuff,
You
and
got it,
then
bro.
and then we can go downstairs and see.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. I was gonna say we could do. I don't know if you could do a double. What we call this? Just get more footage.
Yeah.
Because I got these two.
Oh, bro, we can
Two other ones?
after we do
Like,
New Year's.
another
well,
day,
after we
like,
do New Year
I'd
with
love
the
to come
kids.
back in and do more.
Well, we'll do New Year's with the kids,
Yes.
and then we'll come back
Yes.
up here and we'll keep
But
going.
I mean, I'm saying on other days too to finish it, maybe too, because I feel like the beginning I was talking too fast. But no, you tell me in the text. Don't worry, everybody freaks out. Never mind.
You're doing fine.
Thank
dude.
you.
This is honestly so much fun.
Dude, bro,
So much
so
fun.
much fun.
It's just
Thanks
a
for being like, let's
conversation.
do it today.
And the fact that you are a talented musician
No,
is what I
thank God.
truly want to pick apart. I enjoy all the stories and all the bullshit side things we go on because
Right, me
to
too.
me it's like, I don't know. I enjoy just going kind of in that direction, just having fun with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And being able to,
Yes, but
throw
having a
some-
thorough line is good too.
well, having some tinfoil hat stuff
Yeah.
thrown in the mix
Yeah,
always makes stuff's a little fun, you know?
absolutely, dude.
But
Do you like these fucking boots though? The Fox
I told you I
Fox
like
sisters.
those.
Their father Ed gave that to me. These
What is that?
boots.
Is that alligator skin?
Snake skin.
Snake skin?
I hate snakes.
What kind of snakes?
I don't know, but I hate them. They're on my
That's
feet.
super funny because the next episode that goes out tomorrow
Give me the shirt. too.
actually is with the guy that breeds snakes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
dude,
I respect him though.
I'm going to be getting another dog. Most likely be a German Shepherd. It won't be for a
Snake
few
dog?
years.
No, yeah.
But
Damn it, German Shepherd.
I
That
will
sounds
definitely
good.
eventually probably get a snake, but it's going to be probably something bigger.
Snack.
Just
Oh
because.
no, nine.
No, yeah.
No.
I miss my
Nine.
red tail boa.
Knee. No, dude, no way, dude. Snakes are just strange, bro. Like they could
No.
hover in front of your face, and you're like, "Is it gonna snap on me?"
I
Dog?
used to keep the red tail boa around me. She was 7
No.
foot.
See, Whitey, he's really good with
I need to
snakes.
spray this chair. I'm sitting there creaking over here.
You're creaking away, baby.
Yeah. But all right, so I want to hop more into this band thing. So
Yeah,
what,
dude.
what was the dynamic? You were singing
Dynamic.
and playing your guitar.
Mhm.
Obviously you had the drummer and what you have a bass.
First, there was three. Leo is a better guitar player, but it's easier to play guitar and sing. And I guess we all decided that I was the best singer. I don't know, or not the best, but well, yeah, I don't know. And then so it was Pat on the drums, Leo on bass.
You had more control of your vocals.
I guess. I don't
There
know.
you go.
I had the premier voice. I did, whatever. Fuck it. But Leo definitely also could sing, like hit notes really well. And
Yeah.
but his problem was, and my problem was, I guess, well, more of his problem, what he would sing over everything. And if I found out one huge thing I could tell anyone in a band, it's more important when you don't play than when you play. You know what I mean? Like, you should think it that way. Like, always. It's more important of the things you don't play. Like, don't, like, you know what I mean? Sit out a lot, like, as much as you can. Because you're always going to be wanting to play, right? Like,
What do you mean?
like, the things you don't play are more important than the things you do play. That's what I'm trying to say. Think of it reverse. because he
So
would,
don't hit those chords. Is what you're saying.
like everything you do is so important. Like you're literally like you're putting another layer on everything. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like that's huge. And also another thing is who you're in a band with. Almost 98% of it's not about the music. It's about the people. Like who you're with. Like, do you trust them? Do you love them? Do they know you? Like, I don't know. Like, and me and Pat and Mark.
Were you guys writing in the beginning?
Oh my God, dude.
In the beginning, though, were you writing or just doing covers?
Can I look up this bitch right here?
Yeah.
Let's hear a couple. Let's hear a couple. Ones I'm
Or if you
sort
want
of
to
proud
send
of.
them to me.
I mean, I can do that too, but I mean.
Go ahead.
JBL P9 or P9B.
JBL.
Beautiful. Connecting. All right, let me not turn on any porn. All right, here we go. No, I'm kidding. So this is just us. This is called Sweet Jam, bro. So I just have shit like this from fucking years and years. What are we doing? This is when Mark joined. This is just me, Mark, and Pat.
Mark who?
Mark Mish, the keyboard killer. Love you, Mark.
Is that who Johnson's at right now?
No, Mark Mish. Mark Mish is amazing. This is an amazing musician.
Mark Matatius?
That's Burns. Love you, Burns.
Do you remember Mark Matatius?
Mark Matatius.
Me and Mark Johnson argued in his back
Yeah?
seat to
Yeah?
explain to him how to get to my house. I'm like, Mark, we're going to my house. I think I understand.
You
how to
guys
get
are just
there."
really fucked up.
We were just arguing. Yeah, we were arguing in the back seat. Like,
Yeah.
It was super funny.
I don't know where he went, but he was a
Oh
good
yeah,
man.
no,
He
it
was
wasn't like
good
a
man.
mean argument. It was us being.
There's something
stupid.
about Marks, dude, in my life. My last name's Lamarca, and like I know Mark Mish, Mark Johnson. I know so many Marks.
Mark Matatius, Mark
Dude, it's out of
Adanovich.
control, dude. Mark Kissinger. Dude, there's so many Marks, dude, that I know. I can't even tell you. Like,
I need to go get some WD-40 when we go on our next break.
dude.
This
Yeah,
chair's
dude.
bad.
Yeah, and yeah. I mean,
It's annoying.
I forgot about that shit. All right, let me fucking. Okay, so this is fucking some.
I'm gonna start this one off. So everybody
Shut up.
quiet. Accept this.
This is when I lived with the band. This is my take on a grunge song.
How old were you in this?
20, 24, 26, 25. I had two riffs in my head, two parts found out. I was like, everybody follow me, pretty much. This is my grunge song, you know? This is just a loop, the drums. It's a computer.
Grunge, though, I feel like has heavier bass in it.
I put the bass in after. Boom, 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 boom. And then John Pip is playing the guitar. Great guitarist. So I mean, this is us when we were living together. I mean, it's pretty fluent music. It's good. You know what I mean? But this is something I really had in my head.
What?
I go, hey, this is it. So run them down, talking to yourself. You gotta shake it off on my knee. And nobody else, you gotta from on the side. There's no for the mountain shining. You know what I mean? Like that's
Bro, I feel like this is honestly more like
when I'm on the side.
country-ish, bro.
It kind of is.
I don't think it's grungy.
It kind of gets.
One second.
I kind of make it. It's kind of. It does have country in it. Absolutely.
That part
Good
is
call.
more.
But it's still here too. Right here, I tried to make a hook. Watch. No hey 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 hey.
The sound is familiar. I just can't put it to.
Because it's very simple. And I go. There should be two voices. I go Pip,
Maybe it's it.
and Pip's like. So like we were doing it, you know,
almost like a Leonard Skinner sound
kind
to
of
it.
is.
Yeah,
Kind of
like a
is.
Skinner sound, definitely.
This is
I
the
think
Pip.
that I kept going back and forth between him and a couple other people, but
Pip, I love you. Good job.
or
But then I say, please don't try to change me. I know who I am. Pretty far from perfect, but I'm doing all I can.
there's
I
a
like
song
that.
from Blow It reminds me of.
Yeah. Change me. I know who I am. Pretty far from
That
perfect.
was you though?
But doing all I can. Yes. Why? For a moment, think that I call you, babe. No headlights. No. That's cool. You know what I mean? And then, okay, he's going like that.
I didn't like the voice. I'm gonna be
I know,
honest
it's
with
weird.
you.
I know.
No, the one before the last one, I did not really enjoy
Totally
that one.
understand. I know.
I'm just.
I've been told that. I know what you mean.
I
know what
enjoy you most of the time, but
I'm
I'm an
exploring.
honest person.
Thank
you know,
you,
and,
thank
and
you, and
you
thank
need
you.
to. And so that's
have to.
one
You
thing.
know that.
So like, you know, what I do, I've always sang all the music
I
I
know.
listen to.
Yeah.
And it's so many different genres I listen to. I realize that's what probably made my voice actually start
Oh, absolutely.
being able to find
Being
like,
able to
the pitch
control and find
yeah.
and hit notes and
Dude, to me it's just fun.
oh, it's so much
Being
fun.
able to match the way they sing and stuff like that. It's just interesting to me.
Absolutely.
I guess it's almost like how you do with the guitar. Holy shit.
Well,
okay.
it is. It is. Your voice is the ultimate instrument. They say, you know, and you can't see what you're doing on it like on any other instrument. So it's all feeling.
It's weird. Yeah, it's interesting messing with it, like moving your jaw in different ways and holding
Oh
your
my God,
and
everything,
opening
bro.
your throat and like
Oh, bro,
you know,
everything.
I've never went to a class or, you know, researched anything on it. Like I just enjoy singing, trying to make my voice match with
I just
other
know I have
people
my
are.
diaphragm voice, my head voice, which I can't do right now, which you know is a falsetto, like Michael Jackson singing, which I can hit good ones. But like
You call it a diaphragm? Do your diaphragm voice.
this is my diaphragm voice. This is my head voice. You know what I mean? Like up here, like whispering with your
So
throat.
high and then what's
Ha,
the
woo. Wait.
what is the
Ha,
diaphragm?
woo. That second part is the head voice. Ha, woo. You know what I mean? Like so, diaphragm. Listen to what it turned into. Listen. So take a big slice. You call mom and dad.
Oh, you definitely changed the genre on it.
But both the boys knew. They both knew somehow.
Oh, so this is just not rehearsed?
Nope. It's pretty decent, right?
For just going and just saying, hey, follow me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's a journey that we could go on together.
So is this always how you guys would write your songs?
Yes. I mean, not always. Sometimes I'd have a whole song, and I'd be like, this is good.
Let's go through your writing process a little bit.
Okay.
If you want to pause it.
I mean, shit. Absolutely. Yes. But wait, 1 second.
I want to go through your
But
writing
let's see where it
process.
changes.
Okay.
We were improvising together, and we're looking at each other, and we could feel it. Back to the riff, I'm saying. Right? You know, it's a show. I'm gonna go, cause living in hell, you wanna boom, go, boom, like it's a show. You know what I mean? You can put a lot of words in there. But don't care, or I could harmonize. Or he could Mark and start soloing. I don't know. That feels like I should do that there. I can harmonize with it. Actually, that's what I did. You know what I mean? Weird shit, dude. So let's see where it goes. Now I'm giving Pip some room. And Pip's gonna rip it up. But then all of a sudden, bro, at the end here, I don't know what happens. It turns into... Wow, I don't know where it turns into that. 1 second. I need to catch that.
How long is this song?
This is like 18 minutes. Here's the last part. No, you gotta wait for it. It turns into a weird sped up version of another song, which sounds really cool to watch. It's very fucked up and trips me out. It won't make sense.
You could have broke this down and put it
It's
into...
very good, very good. What it is, it's a lot of raw parts
Yeah, you separate it and you.
But all of it's here. You know what I mean? The monster's here. Like,
But the biggest question would be, outside if you guys didn't have it hooked up to something that was writing it for you,
yes.
or recording the notes
I
and
see
so
what
on
you're
and so forth, can you repeat it?
What?
Can you repeat it?
Yes.
You can.
No, we
but
could.
Can everyone?
Yes.
You guys were able
Absolutely.
to.
Oh yeah. Here it is. I go, that's beautiful. I said that in the original, but it's fast. I want to live life like I never really lived it before.
I really like this.
Why do I hold myself down? Society makes me frown. Change. Is that cool?
I like that end a lot.
This is weird. What the fuck's here? What is this?
No, it's.
See, this is another song that's just sped up on accident. Because it's attached to my grunge song on accident. This is a song I wrote like when I was on a bunch of drugs upstairs with headphones on, like at like 4 in the morning.
Beat. Who made this beat?
My mouth. It's like a collection of that.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Is there a bass? There's a bass guitar and a regular guitar, though, right? I don't hear
That's a
drums.
guitar. Bass. The drums are in my mouth. 2 pieces in a pod we were before. Balls and chains have tethers.
Is this written?
This is mine, yeah. Listen to this next lyric, bro. I love this next one. Pleather. Leather looks like leather. You don't know any better cause you're bored. It's true. Pleather doesn't...
What's the name of the song?
I don't know. Cage me, did your best to rage me. Maybe you tried your best to tame me. Maybe I...
Whatever that back noise is, you can need to get rid of that.
Okay. There's other versions of it. 1, 2, boom.
Hold on. Yeah, whatever that back noise is, I think it would be better without it. No, go back.
There's
Dude,
another
that was
version of the
so
song.
Good.
It's another version. With a real beat.
I'm just giving my opinion, bro. You don't have to take it to heart.
No,
I
not
am
at
no
all.
one. I am no one of.
I've explored these.
I am no one of importance when it comes to music.
No, but you do.
I just like having my thoughts.
That's a riff. There goes. Together. See, I'm starting it up. I'm building it. That's what these recordings are. They're long. You know what I mean? This one is letter boy. The other is letter so, letter no, let it snow. Like all these different variations. And start. Right.
All right. Go ahead. Pause it for a minute.
Yeah, man.
So
But that's how it will
we're
go.
gonna come back to this.
Yeah, dude.
After we go
absolutely. Let's do that, man.
Well, actually, hold on. We got like 5 more
Well,
minutes.
no, but I hear you, dude. It's a new year, you guys. I mean,
yeah,
let's fucking go celebrate that.
we'll
We can talk
celebrate
about
it. But
music
no,
after.
dude, I love hearing that stuff.
Yeah, man.
I just would definitely like to listen to it more off
First, and
camera,
see what you do.
so we can.
Absolutely.
And I would love to see it with the actual original recording, so I can see what's going on and dissect it, because I have no idea what that actually looks like, dude. And to me, it would just be such a learning
I would
experience.
love to get like Mark in here, Mike, the guy who did it with me, and like for us both to talk. He's very cool.
Well, I know Johnson has some experience with that too, doesn't he?
I would teach him
messing
guitar
with
and
music.
not teach
well,
him
no, I'm
guitar.
saying messing
I-
with like beats and stuff like that, and
I mean,
like
sure,
and like.
yeah, Mark knows what's up. Mark knows what's up. I mean, yeah.
But no, just your whole process. We're diving into that. I want to get into that and understand it, because that's how you did it with the band.
Yeah.
With your
Yeah.
song individually,
Yeah.
how do you do it with yourself? That's what I
Well,
kind of want to know.
Well, I mean, when something is literally living in me, when something's like churning in me. You know what I mean? It's literally like that. And I'm like, that's, no. You know what I mean? Like literally, like I have to get it out. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's shit. Most of the time it's shit, but sometimes you get that chunk of gold. And you just add those up. Oh, sorry. You add up those pieces of gold that you get every once in a while. I mean, no. When I try, the harder you try, the less you succeed.
So what I find myself doing, and I'm, again, not a musician, not a singer, I have
don't
no
have to be.
talent. What I do is that I find interesting is when I hear a song, I try to think of different ways to kind of
like, could you do it electrically? Could you do it acoustic? Could you do it
well,
like
just
that?
just change the lyrics,
Yes,
and see what else would
like
work
Weird
with
Al.
it.
Use it as a format.
Well, not even just like
Okay.
a funny song, but like
I
actually
know,
see
but
like, hey,
he-
well, yeah,
But
just
that's
see
what he
how
does,
I can
basically.
mess with it and keep in the same tone of it. You know what I mean? And
Dude, that's what we did, bro.
I find
That's
that-
exactly what we did for all of the songs we played. Yeah, Sublime, Early in the Morning, Rising to 3. That's D to G over and over. But the thing we did to it, bro, our cover of it on YouTube is awesome. We do crazy shit. It's our own, but it's still the song.
yeah.
You know, we used its format though.
Do you actually write though, or
Oh yeah.
like write
I
lyrics?
wrote 3 albums. You know what I mean? Not all the lyrics are great because I was trying to get 3 albums out.
Yeah.
But there are some, bro, where I'm like, yeah, I'm proud of that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So
yeah.
did you, when you're doing that, do you just sit down and start writing, or is it
No.
like pieces come to you at this time?
Sometimes I'll write. I'm
you
like,
write that
yeah,
down
baby. I'm like, this is perfect. Sometimes I'm like, boom, 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 done. And I'm like, how did that fall out of me? And then sometimes I don't know.
come closer again.
Oh yeah. If you try it, nothing works. You'll be like, dog, log.
Is it always something that's on your mind?
Usually,
Because to me, music is always going in my head, dude.
Yes.
I'm always banging on something, and
Bro,
I know
bro.
I have ADHD like a mug.
I'm
but
always collapsing my
always-
fingers, call it.
Yeah.
Always. Ticky tick. Always. Dude, at stores, I'll be like,
Everyone gets so annoyed with it. Brittany gets so annoyed
Dude,
with it too, because I'll click pens.
because girls
too,
don't
and-
get it, bro. No, I'm kidding. But like, I remember growing up, kids would be like, bro, your mom's singing in the bathroom. I'm like, I know. Like that was just normal. You know what I mean? So like that was huge for me.
Yeah.
Like,
So I don't know. And when I hear I don't know. When I hear something, I think of ways to like tweak it, and like,
Yeah.
even with you, like I hear something, I'm like, oh, that's great, and then I hear something came in that I didn't like, and I don't want to be rude to you or
No.
anything, but I do think that it would.
But
be
your
great
listeners here.
if you took that part out.
Yes.
And I would do that with John too. He would bounce
Good.
ideas off me and stuff like that way back in the
well,
day.
that's what I
But,
would like.
in
wanna
the
do.
end, I don't know. Even when I don't know. Dude, there's always a beat going in my
You're a
head.
good critic because
It's a weird thing.
I was gonna
dude.
say I feel like you write music, but you didn't take the time to like really learn the basics of it. But you could. It's never too late. That's
I never
something about music.
invested myself into
You
it.
can though,
but
right now, like
I-
if you wanted.
I mean, I just don't know where to even start.
I do. I'll
That's the
help
thing.
with me. Just be like, hey, let's sit
I mean,
down
dude, we can
and
mess
see if I'm
around.
into it.
I'm fine.
I'll bring a
I'm-
guitar
I'm-
for you too, and we'll
I'm
just
100% down
and see if
to
we're into it.
sit there and
And if
joke
you're
around
not, I'll
with
be like, you're not into it. And you'll be like, yeah. And then try something else. Try drums, and I'll bring those over or something. I don't know. Just try something. Playing an instrument. We'll finish this right here.
I did try. I did do. My
you-
brother was teaching me piano, and I was
Piano?
actually able to do it for a little bit.
Piano's
I
a-
cannot do that much of it anymore, but I definitely would like to actually.
Piano's
take
easy to give up on because it gets complicated. But to play music on it, you just got to know your chords. Guitar is more, I'd say, the straightforward. Like, I don't know. I can't speak to that because they're both amazing. You know, I don't know.
I think I would like to try guitar.
Like
out.
trying trumpet or something can
But
really fuck you up on
I
music.
don't have the money to purchase a guitar. Right
Yes,
now, so that's
but
not something that. I would
yes.
do.
Well, guess what? I'll give you one. So
No.
don't worry. Yes, I will because
You don't
if I
have
ever
to give me
needed
a
it back,
fucking
I could
guitar.
come get it and it'd be fine.
To me, it's
That's
like
what I'm saying. Bro, no, I'm not joking.
Do I want to buy this guitar or do I want to spend that
I'm
on my
saying if
children?
I come over here and we try a serious 45 minutes or 30 minutes of like try this simple thing and I tell you straight to your face, yes or no, or like
Yeah.
maybe, like then yeah, I would leave a guitar. Who cares? Like I like of course. Like
mean, dude,
so you
fuck.
can learn how? Yeah. Like dude,
That's
it's
what's up.
never too late. Music is one of those things that's not.
It's
too
not like
late.
I'm trying to get famous with it either.
No.
I want to.
And neither am
I don't know.
I. With these
To me, it'd
songs,
be
I don't,
interesting.
with these songs, I don't want to get famous. I need to let them out of me, and I want something to be left of me when I leave. That's decent.
And that's
You know what I
like,
mean?
you know,
Like-
the
like-
same thing with this podcast. My sister goes,
That's what the podcast is
what,
great.
what are you doing this for? What are you doing this for?
Because
I'm like, I just want to dissect stuff like this. Like I had
I
no
think our
idea
lives
about
are
this world
important.
with you.
Like
You know what I mean? I think
Yes.
everyone has something to tell
yes,
about what
You
they
have
do
important things to
and
say.
who they
You
are.
do. You do.
100%,
Yes.
man.
Yes. There's
And
nothing wrong with
so
saying that.
getting into people's heads
Yeah.
and understanding their processes, to me, it's the most interesting thing in the world.
Absolutely. Do you
Like-
believe this, that people say narcissist and gaslight too much these days? I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. Everybody does selfish things, yes, but then do some selfless things for every selfish thing you do.
I mean,
Be a human. You know what I mean? Like, who cares?
people
Like,
throw that word around
I
so
hate it
loosely.
way too much.
But let's
I-
cut this
yeah,
for
yeah,
a
yeah,
minute.
bro.